Morning everyone, the day is finally here. It's race day with Impact Marathon Series in Kericho, Kenya. The time is now just a little before 6 AM. We've been up since 5 and the bus leaves in approximately about 5 minutes and the race starts at 7 AM. So for those that don't know about anything about the course, as last night I've had loads of people wishing me good luck, it's a 4-lap course. Each lap is around 10.8 to around 11 kilometers. So we're going to be doing almost potentially 44 kilometers today. So definitely over the 26.2 mile mark. There's a lot of elevation. There's not much flat. So it's either up or you're going down. We are going through Chestermont tea plantation. So we're on a tea estate. So hopefully we can capture as much of it as possible and take you along with us. So James and I are running together. The idea is James wants to just go and test the first lap. So I don't think we're going to film much, just see how we get on. And then after that, we will get the GoPro out for lap 2 and just go from there. So hopefully we can show you the highs and the lows of the race. Not just the elevation, but obviously how we're feeling along the way. But we're just hoping for a really good day. The week's been fantastic already. We've met some amazing people. We've done some great project work, and to this point already, we've had such a good experience. So hopefully this just ends the adventure on a high.
Just on the being demonstrated the other day. Remember that, you'll be seeing it 4 times that corner.
So we're just walking through the tea estate, and this is like the last mile. Just walking down to the start area, or start and finish line area. A bit different than what we're used to at home. The strategy today was for James and I to stick together, but this morning he says that he just wants to get the first lap done and out of the way. So if he wants to go off, I'm just going to leave him to it. There's plenty of people here that we can run with and just try and take in the sights. So if needs be, I'm going to set him free, let him go. So I might be running a bit more on my own than what I expected. But
with a full-size inflatable alligator tucked over there, and then none of them had sort of... You at least stay visible for a little bit longer. You get disqualified. Oh no.
one word, summarise.
Ready. Nervous.
Yep, James. That's not a word.
Nervous, I guess, I don't know.
Anyone else? How you feeling?
Very nervous.
Nervous.
2 words. But excited. But excited, ready to be done.
Kenya. My word.
Feeling good. Looking forward to the post-race party.
So we're 1 mile into the run and already James has left me. A good sign for the relationship and the race to come. Just reached the highest point of the course. And then look at that view. How amazing. 2.5 miles in. Woohoo! Right, I guess we go left here. 4 miles into lap 1 and we've gone down some beautiful downhill section. So the uphill was quite hard, had to walk in a few places. This downhill is quite a nice recovery. I feel that my heart rate is very high already, so it's just going to be about managing that throughout the course today. So I think 2 and a bit more miles until lap 1 is done. So lap 1 is done. James left me literally then a couple of 100 metres and did about 1:10.
Yeah, about that.
For the first lap. I've just done about 1:15. Just stopped off for James, waited for me. We've just had a gel, some water, and we're going to start lap 2.
This is a 16-minute mark.
How did you find it?
Good. I struggled with like not trying to race.
Yeah.
I can see Graham and Ivor in front of me, and you just focus in on them, and the next thing you know, you have your breathe on, like, no, stop. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I stopped quite a few times just to...
I had 3 walks. I'll have more this time.
Oh, if I just press the... Oh no, that's my app.
I think the dogs with Graham.
Oh really?
Getting warmer.
Yeah, it is. Rachel and I almost went the wrong way the first lap.
Almost, huh?
There's a sharp left, and a couple of tea pickers were going mazungu. Told us to turn. Oh wow, look at this, all the Kenyans. They've set up later than us.
No, we'll laugh at them.
We're laughing at them, yeah, we bet. Ah, fantastic. Across the rickety bridge. How you doing back there, guys?
All going well. A little bit shaky. We're only a lap in.
That's the worry, isn't it?
Yeah. I was like, oh, sharp turn.
Nice bit of walking. Right, dude.
See you in a bit,
Yeah.
First lap done,
Taking
second
it
lap
in.
chill.
Yeah, he waited for me, bless him.
Oh, he's the top banana, isn't he?
Do you know what? I really struggled with the first lap.
Nine miles into the course, and already quite a fair bit of walking. It's altitude, the height of it, and sights are pretty stunning. You don't get this elsewhere. Hello, wave to the camera. Yeah, good.
We are waiting for you.
Oh, don't.
Need to wait for this last one, then we shall go.
They're waiting for us apparently. We going? They can take me. Yeah, look.
We missed that.
We missed this bit, Rachel, earlier. Huh? Yeah, Rachel, she stopped, didn't she? Look at this though. Give me a wave, Jumbo. Hi! How's it going? Yeah. It's a GoPro, it's a camera. Camera, so you can...
So I can smile.
Yes, it's in a video. Sorry, you've got to do it.
Yeah, horrible job.
Was that feet?
I hate feet too.
Well, we deal with a lot worse things in our day jobs, I think.
Yeah.
So,
What do you both do?
So I'm a paramedic. And Darren's a doctor, GP.
Whereabouts?
Tunbridge Wells, South East.
Just cost James and I quite a lot of time there, just sorting out some blisters that might be on their way. So better to be safe than sorry, I guess, and finishing with battered feet. So 9.5 miles in, 1 hour 58 on the clock. Yeah, we wasted a good 20 minutes or so. Whoopsie. With these red and white arrows, so here we're turning right. Again, nice and please. Stopped at the top to get my feet sorted, I think.
Yeah.
A section which is called Doctor Road. When you first start, it's a nice downward part, and then you turn around this corner and you go back up, but this part now is downhill, a little uphill, and then you enter back through the tea estate and back up to the start line. So we're now on just over 12 miles, so it's about a mile and a bit, and we finished lap 2. Hello! Yeah, not too bad. Not too bad. Oh, look at you, number 3 and number 2.
Hello.
Hello.
Unfortunately, that's not our position in the race.
Oh, it can be. It can be if you want it to. Asante. Thank you. Right.
Thank you.
How many are you guys doing? 1 lap?
Not sure yet, but yeah, we're thinking.
How did you find it? Like it?
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah,
actually.
not
We've stopped
bad.
a lot for photos. It's good.
Yeah.
I know we've been looking at the scenery more than we should.
No, that's the whole point. That's why we're here. We haven't come to Kenya just to blast it round.
True.
Okay.
Yeah, this is
I'm going to get to the top of this bit and start running again. And I'm going to put this GoPro back because it's been a bit difficult to try and hold it and film at the same time. So last little ascent up here. Everybody with me? See me into the finish line for the second lap. Thank you. Okay, almost 16 miles in, and this part is like one of the toughest parts. I'm on the third lap now, but I'm just literally walking the hills, running the flats, there's not many, and going down the downhills. But it's like, it's simply beautiful. I've just got to take it in really and not worry about the time or anything like that. But it's getting a bit warmer as well now, so I just have to be a bit conscious with hydration. Just look after myself. But look at that, beautiful.
To come to UK. How is there? Let me good to you. I'm gonna take you to agree. We agree together. I'm gonna take you. I declare that you're my wife. How about you? How about you?
So tell the camera your name. Tell everyone your name.
My name is Solomon Kipkoskei.
And what event do you take part in?
In 1500, 800 meters.
And where are you hoping to get to? You were telling me earlier your aim of where you're wanting to race.
I'm aiming to run in Olympic 2020. And I'm aiming to improve my possible best.
Yep, which is at the moment?
Pardon?
What's your personal best at the minute?
In 800, my personal best is 148, 145. And in 1500, 339.
Wow.
Well done.
Okay, so we're now almost at 21 miles. So this course is going to register along. This course is about, so I reckon it's about it's almost 7 miles. I'm on 4:24 now. So I've got an hour and 36 minutes to try and do 7 miles. I know it seems silly, but this course really is challenging. Your heart rate goes up quite quickly, so you need to walk to bring it back down. Absolutely loving it. It's a real challenge, I will put that out there. But I guess that's the beauty of it. That's the thing with endurance running, is you just push yourself outside of your comfort zones, outside of your boundaries. So just gonna try and take this in now. Saying that, the weather looks like it's changing, so it may rain on this lap, but all in all, it's been a fantastic experience so far. This is now my victory lap. They say lap 3 is the hardest, but I ran with Salomon for pretty much the whole of the third lap, and he got me through that. So yeah, he was a lifesaver then. So now I'm on my own. Might be a bit more of a struggle, but positive mindset, positive Patricia, for anyone who knows her. I'm making sure she comes out. So yeah, I'm just going to try and run as much as I can and walk where I have to now. It's just about getting round. So fingers crossed we'll get under the 6 hour mark. But yeah, I'm proud of myself for how far I've got already. So Gordon and I are on lap 4, and as you can see by the clouds, it's starting to rain. Sort of like 4 hours and 45 minutes in, kind of, roughly.
Yeah, I was thinking it hadn't been quite hard enough, and so what we needed was a monsoon while we're doing it, and I'm glad that's turned up.
So yeah, I think Gordon and I have probably got the same tactics. It's walking the uphills, running the downhills, because there's not much flat.
Slog to the end.
Yeah.
Slog to the end.
We'll do it.
Yep.
Test of endurance, eh?
Cuddle in here.
I'm not running this.
Oh, you great punks.
I would. I'd finish this off. Finish this bad boy off. What else we got to do, but
Well, sit in a nice warm house.
Martin, I've just got that on camera, so you've got to do it now.
With a fire, with a cold beer.
Yeah, well, absolutely. Yeah, on the wrong time.
So this is abnormal.
No, this is not.
This is abnormal.
Yeah. For this time of the year, yes. It does rain a lot.
Is it Nelson? 23 miles in. Got into shock about 4 times.
My hands are shivering, so it's not very
Turn
stable.
around and show them.
No. Hail marks on my leg. Say hi, everybody.
They finished at least.
See what great Kenyan weather conditions.
Stormy Kenya.
Wow. So the hailstones from earlier.
It's very cool. When you have injury?
When you have an injury?
Yeah, you can put that one.
You put it on.
Yeah, you put one.
10 times more like fridge.
Yeah, like this.
More like than a fridge.
He knew that was you straight away, didn't he?
Wow. Just goes to show how much we had here this afternoon. These nets were what we came to visit the other day. It's completely... they've fallen in. Wow, that's not how I expected the race to turn out and how this video to end, really. I didn't expect to be filming a little bit like this. So back to the race really, and just trying to summarise it. So lap 1 was just a familiarisation lap, just getting used to the course. And James left me really quickly. So I sort of stuck with a few people and just did the course, the loop on my own really for most of it. People tended to walk or run in different places. I ran a fair bit of lap 1, which might have been a bit of a mistake, but it was just, I guess when you're going into the unknown, that's all you can do. Lap 2, James waited at the start and finish line for me. So we did lap 2 together. However, I think he might have gone off a bit too quick in lap 1, as by the time that we got round for lap 3, James just told me to go off and do that one on my own. So partway through lap 3, I then met up with, well, not met up with on purpose, but Salomon, one of the Kenyan athletes, found me along the course, and it was really nice because they were there to take part in the race as well. So not only were people doing the marathon, but you could do 10Ks, you could do 1 loop, or you could do 21K, which is 2 loops, or you could have walked it. And some of the Kenyan athletes were there just to do 1 or 2 laps. So Solomon was on his second lap, so just ran with me, and he was really good, actually, really encouraging, that was asking me to sort of like get running again if we'd been walking for a little time. But then sometimes when I did start to run, he'd go polly, 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 which is basically telling you to slow down. So it was, he, like a Kenyan athlete, was telling me to slow down, and that was just because I think he could hear my, because of the altitude, he could hear my heart rate going up, my breathing was getting heavier. So it just goes to show that Kenyans really focus on running their slow run slow and running to their, you know, if they're running easy, you know, you've got to try and keep your heart rate down. So he was fantastic in terms of getting me round. They always say the third lap is the hardest, but I didn't find that was the hardest one because I had the encouragement and support throughout the whole lap. Then, as you saw, I'd started lap 4, I thought victory lap. I was getting tired at this point, but I just knew it was the last one, and, you know, just to get round. But around 2 miles in, to the second lap, the heavens opened, and I really quickly had to make my way up to the hut, which was like the top of the hill, and just take shelter. I was sat under some green sheet or some tarpaulin at first with Martin yelling, and a guy called Tim who was there as well. And then as more people joined us, we had to sort of open up the circle and let more people in. We then got rescued by Kim, the owner of the tea plantation. So the race organisers had to call it off. I don't think I've ever experienced that before, but it was obviously understandable. It was down to everyone's safety. So a few people, once the weather had calmed down a few hours later, some people were really close to finishing, so they wanted to round up. It was some people's first marathons. However, for me,
you know, once I'd gone past the point of the race being done, that was it. I don't think I could have gone back out there and complete another three or so miles. So medal, I've got a nice sort of African sort of material for the ribbon. We've got some beads, and just look at that, you're not gonna find that anywhere else at a normal race. So I'm sorry that I can't finish this video saying that I completed a marathon, because unfortunately I didn't cover the distance that day. However, it did feel like I completed a marathon and so much more. It tested us in ways that I didn't expect it to, and it was a totally different experience. So if you are interested, please head over to Impact Marathon Series website. I'll leave a link below. They do lots of different races around the world, and I hope that you've enjoyed coming along on this adventure and journey with us, because it really was, as they title it, a race like no other.